It's obviously a very significant day for the nation, and sport plays a massive part in that ANZAC Day tomorrow. Joining us on Freddy the Eighth, a guest that combines our affinity with the armed services and our love of sport, and a very familiar surname as well. Joining us is Private Mikaela Trbojevich, a cherished member of our armed forces, who's joining us live from Townsville. Mikaela, it is so nice to talk to you here on Freddy the Eighth. Of course, your surname would suggest that you're part of a very famous rugby league family.
Yeah, I found myself to be a Trbojevich, so here I am. Thank you very much for having me.
Now, the Trbojeviches are all very different. Which one do you suit? Are you like a Ben, a Jake, a Tom, or their other brother Luke? Which one do you like?
Being 5'5" and having the thighs the size of a watermelon, I definitely say about Jake.
You're about
sure.
a Jake. So you love tackling?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Mikaela, why the Army? Why did you join the Army?
It was in my family for generations. Obviously, a lot of people's grandparents or great-grandparents have served. I've always had the love for a challenge, and having that family connection, that love for a challenge, and then just wanting to go out and explore Australia, and as well as serve with people that have the same mindset, just made me want to join.
Now, I'm assuming you haven't gone to battle.
Not yet.
Now, does that scare you, or would you be honoured to go into battle?
Very much so honoured. I think a lot of people understand the sacrifice that they give when they join the services. I've lived in 3 different cities now whilst being a part of the armed forces. So I think that whole sacrifice that you give to your family is very much worth it for when you are overseas and you realise that what you are doing is for the better of everyone that's back home.
You play rugby league. Tell us about the comparisons with the qualities of leadership with playing rugby league and also being in the Army.
Very much so, like, helps hand in hand. I think the best experience I've had is playing alongside girls that do serve. So playing in that ADF side, everyone has that similar mindset of wanting to be the best that they can be as an individual, but as well as better everyone else around them. That's being Air Force, Navy or Army, though Army is the better service, I will say. But it's very much so they work hand in hand, and the captain of an ADF side is more of an honour because that shows that you can lead within your profession as well. You can lead on the field.
Wonderful. And the ADF women's team that you're part of actually played in the national championships at the start of the year, which we're watching some vision from now.
Yeah, we did really well to come together. I think we had like less than a week to train, and we were from all over the country. We've got girls from Darwin, we've got girls from Townsville, we've got girls from Sydney. Some girls play each week, some girls don't, and this is their only chance to showcase the NRL what they can do. And I think with the emerging competition that's going on for the females, it's an amazing opportunity for service women, and as well as men getting those chances to do ANZAC Day curtain raisers games.
Freddie, how would you like to coach a team from the armed forces? I reckon they would be the hardest trainers.
Oh, well, you know they'd be on time.
Very true.
Yes,
So
very much so.
Is that, how important is that? Like, you know, the discipline in playing in a team sport, especially once you get to that next level, is it like that with the Army? Like, do you have people just, you know, dawdling in late, or how is that all perceived?
If you are dawdling in late, you're very much going to have a stern chat to when you finally arrive to work. But playing alongside girls that do serve, we do like to have a bit of fun when we are in camp or playing. However, the professional side of things definitely does stick around, where, like you said, our training and our discipline with the ball, like if we have a few accidents at training, we already know the punishments that are going to come our way are both going to be on the field and off the field. So we're very much so professional in that sense.
Outside where you are, how would you describe it? An army camp? Is that where you...
Barracks.
Barracks? Outside the way we celebrate, civilians celebrate ANZAC Day, within the barracks, what does ANZAC Day mean to people within the barracks?
So currently, actually the day before, so it's the 24th currently, and we at 3RE are having our Kapyong Day. So it's the celebration of the Battle of Kapyong. And a lot of the boys, as well as veterans, come onto the base, and we facilitate a parade for them. So we are an armoured battalion. So we had the armoured capability on the parade ground with all the boys and the girls, as well as all the veterans marching alongside each other. And then going into tomorrow, we'll have similar. So we'll have our dawn service at our unit. And then from there, we'll celebrate as a unit and we'll commemorate those who have fallen for us and those who have served previous to us. And then we'll join the rest of the community. So we may go to the local RSL and play a bit of cheeky tour. But I think our main thing on ANZAC Day is not being selfish. It's very much being out in the community and showing the community what we do for our nation and why we do it and the pride we have behind it.
On the Sunday Footy Show last weekend on the award-winning Turn It Up, we actually had Heston Russell on. And
oh, wow.
We, probably never met a more impressive person in my life. Yourself, who do people you look up to? Is there anyone in particular? Who's some of your heroes within the armed forces?
I think with the new generation, it's hard to have a set hero. For myself, I'm very much I know who I don't want to be and I know the leader I want to become. So looking at people that are around me, I take things that I don't want and things that I do want and then go from there. So a lot of people that I do aspire to be like are our current commanding officer of our unit, Jack Westhorpe. He's a very good leader throughout the infantry realm, showing men, you know, there's time to work hard, but there's also time to celebrate and have fun with each other.
So if you want to learn something from the Trbojevic family, who do you lean on or who do you look to?
Even preparing for this interview, I called up Jake and asked him a few tips, and I was like, do I give a thumbs up? Do I what do I do? So he kind of told me to relax, make sure I don't talk too fast.
It's coming from Jake.
He's definitely one that I lean on a fair bit, both for my personal development as well as my professional and footy development. So he's always been a good egg to me. Tom's taught me how to keep my hamstring intact, which is nice. And yeah, it's been good. They're good boys.
All right, a couple of footy questions before we let you go, Mikaela. Who do you follow?
I'm kind of obliged to say Manly.
Yeah.
So Manly.
All right. And who are you tipping tomorrow? There's 3 games tomorrow. Why don't we... Warriors, Titans?
I'm going to go Warriors.
Yeah. And then the big one that we're fortunate to be at every year at Allianz, the traditional clash, Dragons and Roosters.
I'm going to go Roosters on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Melbourne Souths.
I'm hoping Melbourne. I'm just saying.
There we go. Hey, you are so impressive. It's a thrill to talk to you. And on behalf of everyone here, we hope it is a significant day of commemoration right around the country. And for the sacrifice you and your colleagues make, we thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So lovely to talk to you, Mikaela. Private Mikaela Trbojevich.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddy the Eight.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.